Welcome to Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities. Taking on a new job in city government isn't always easy. In any role, there's a lot to learn and a lot to do. Listen to what Iowa's leaders say was their biggest challenge when they took office. And we've got some good advice for anyone who's thinking about running for office or working for their city. That's coming up next. Then make sure you join Dubuque Mayor Brad Cavanaugh and me, Dave Martin, for full episodes right here on Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities.
My name is Dirk Cavanaugh. I am the mayor of Perry, Iowa.
How long have you been mayor?
This is my first term, so January of last year I took office.
And this is your first time attending the League of Cities?
Iowa League. Is, yes.
Okay. Tell me, 2 years as mayor, what surprised you the most when you took the job on?
One of the biggest things that surprised me is having not served on council or anything before I stepped into the mayor job.
Went right to the top.
Yes, just the amount of things that the city does that you don't think about that your tax dollars go to. Just the cemetery and all the things you don't see at night. You know, how many people work at the water plant, how many people work at the sewage treatment plant. You know it's there, you know it works, but you don't think about it and don't know really how many people the city employs. So it's a big business.
And suddenly you're an expert in cemeteries.
Well, I'm not an expert, but I know that I got people there that do a good job at taking care of it for us.
So we just talked about this a moment ago. When you first took on the role, immediately after you became the mayor, you had a school shooting.
Yes.
Horrible incident. Mm-hmm. People died. How does one manage through that?
Basically, our town has been through a lot over the years, and we've got a real resilient population. So the biggest thing is just support the people that need supported in any way you can. Again, being at school, it's the school district, but they're people from town. So our employees stepped in to help out wherever they could. We tried to get as many city resources to help out as possible, and just try to get things back to what we call the new normal.
Right. And as mayor, you're sort of making it up as you go along. You know, like, now what do we do? Now what do we do?
Yeah, it's not a playbook, but you do get a lot of calls from people that have been through either similar situations or have some expertise in crisis management and offer to help. And that's really, really, really nice that there's a community of people out there that do that sort of thing.
What made you decide to get into city government, to run for mayor, having not been previously on the city council or some other job? Well,
I got approached by 6 or 8 friends, people I know, requesting that I should try to do it. Most of the time I think, well, why don't you do it? But then I look at them and I realize that they're either just Perry residents, but they live just outside of the city limits, or just didn't think they were quite something they could take on at the time, small families or older people. So I originally said no, but then they worked on me some more, and I finally got my arm twisted enough. I said yes. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone who's thinking about running for mayor?
There are some rewarding things about it. It takes some time, but not a huge amount. We're not a full-time mayoral position. It's a volunteer. So you don't do it for the pay, but you can have an effort in improving your community and a say in how things are going on. And it's a rewarding way to give back to your community.
My name is Anthony Heddlesten. I am the mayor of the city of Riverdale, Iowa.
When you first got elected, you were first elected as a city councilman, and now you got elected as a mayor. What surprised you the most about being in government? I
think the thing that surprised me the most is just getting a full understanding of how all of the different pieces of government fit together, the sort of checks and balance processes that we have. These are not just national level things, but these are also at the city level too. And so, sometimes when people think, oh my gosh, this thing is moving too slow, or I wish you guys could just go solve this problem tomorrow, or like, why won't you, fix that house next door to me that's causing all these problems, that there is a process in local government, just like there is at the federal government, and there is a real value to being able to slow down and have the right conversations with the right people and making sure that everything gets done right, that everybody's rights and interests are respected, and that we are able to, again, move forward in a way that everybody can hopefully find a positive outcome.
You first got elected to city council at the age of 32. You've been 8 years now in city government. What would you tell a young person who wanted to get involved? Because it's not the kind of thing that, 32-year-olds jump into. What would you tell someone?
Yeah, I try as best as I can to encourage other people to get out and get engaged as much as possible. So I'm always pushing all my younger coworkers and employees to consider this. I think it's really important to have a broad range of voices at the table. So as we were just in the mayor's lunch here today, and we were joking around at our table about not very many people under 50 sitting around the table here, and now I don't get to say under 40 anymore because I turned 40 this year, but even there may have been one other person in that room, I think, that was 40 and under with me. So it's again,
so you were at the kids table.
Well, you're right. I was joking. I was saying I was at the kids table because I was the small cities, not because I was the youngest, but could have gone either way, right? But I think, we need to have some other voices out there being heard, because I think the folks that are younger, again, not that, everybody's voice needs to be heard, right? We can't, but if they don't show up at the table, people that, have seen or want things to be the way they've always been, and it's just gonna always stay that way, right? So I think we need that. We need those voices of change to be out there to share new ideas.
Now that you've listened to Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities, make sure you listen to The Good Government Show, another show from Valley Park Productions. On The Good Government Show, I talk with mayors, commissioners, and leaders from across government about what works. We talk about what government means and how we can get the best out of government. So join me right here where you're listening now to The Good Government Show. That's our show. Thanks for listening. Join us again right here for the next episode of Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. Make sure you like us and share us with your friends. Follow us on Facebook. Leading Iowa is a Valley Park production in association with the Iowa League of Cities. The show is executive produced by Katie Wheeler and Brad Cavanaugh for the Iowa League of Cities. Jim Ludlow, Dave Martin, that's me, and David Snyder are executive producers for Valley Park Productions. Our show is edited and produced by Jason Stershic.